Dr. Dan Langston has served at SAGU for over 20 years, and as a Bible professor, he has become a fundamental member of the university family. It is evident that Dr. Langston has a strong faith in the Lord, which, for him, started at a young age.
Well, I was saved from a life of sin and degradation at the age of 5. I was drinking a quart of Kool-Aid every day, popping M&Ms. I was a mess. Then Jesus found me. And the reason I say that is because I was raised in church. I've always known church. But there was a definitive moment when I was 5 years old that I decided I'm going to serve Jesus. I'm going to ask Jesus in my heart, and it stuck. And so I've been serving him all this time.
Dr. Langston received a bachelor's degree from SAGU, then went on to get a master's and PhD from Southwestern Baptist Theological Seminary. In addition to becoming a pastor, Dr. Langston came back to SAGU to teach. After 9/11, he took some time off to enlist in the Army as a chaplain, something that has had a great impact on his life.
Well, it was a tremendous privilege because you're a pastor to a whole unit of soldiers. You go out in the field where they are. You build relationships with them. They know you're a Christian chaplain, but they come to see you and they tell you their problems. And because they came to see you, you can share the gospel with them because that's your mission. And almost every time those soldiers would say, "Oh, not me, chaplain. I've done too much. Chaplain, you don't know all that I've done." And I would say, "Have I got some good news for you? Jesus can take all of that sin and take it away and replace it with perfect love. And if you want, I'll pray with you." And out of all of those times that I had to pray with those soldiers in my office, only one said, "No, you can't pray for me." But the rest said, "Sure." And so I had the opportunity to pray with them, to lead them to Jesus. And it was awesome. It was like shooting fish in a barrel. It was amazing.
After his service in the Army, Dr. Langston returned to teach Bible and church administration classes at SAGU. He is clearly a favorite among his students and has built lifelong relationships with his coworkers.
He's hilarious. He makes me laugh every single time I'm with him. He's extremely intelligent. He's insightful. After my classes or maybe after chapel, we'll just talk and I'm able to kind of brief things out with him.
I met him in the basement of the admin building, I think around 91 or 92, back in the good old days. And we, over the course of a couple of semesters, we just, became friends. His cracker barrel philosopher persona sometimes I think belies his intelligence. He's probably one of the smartest people on campus, and he fools people sometimes with that. He's able to simplify things to the core, and he gets to that, and he's able to communicate that. Plus, he's just fun to listen to.
Dr. Langston was recently presented with the Distinguished Faculty Award for his achievements as a professor at SAGU. He continues to impact the school through his passion for teaching and his desire to educate his students about the gospel.
My number one goal is to help as many people as possible learn about the best news in the world, which is Jesus came to save them from their sins. Being at SAGU makes it that much more meaningful. If you can convince a student or students that the gospel, the good news about Jesus, is the best news in the world, look, who knows how many people that can affect, right?